here and they say, we're not negotiating with you. We will not change the list. We will not negotiate the transition agreement. What is your back? I just want to know.
Well,
if you guys are in, just tell me. Assume for a moment, humor me. I know you guys don't think it's going to happen, but humor me. Pretend it's going to happen and the partner comes out and says, sorry guys, I'm not doing it. Now, what are you going to do?
For all of us to come together, we would have to have a constitutional convention because we would have to change the Constitution. So to allow the flexibility, and then we're going to have to figure out how to deal with it.
What's pretty interesting.
Wait a minute, you're going to have to figure out. Why don't you tell us now what you're going to do? You guys have this one road you think you can go down, and if all these other roads come, you have no clue what you're going to do. Well, you know what? There's going to be a lot of forks in that road, and you guys haven't even considered what the possibilities are. I mean, there's likely that Parker is not going to sit here and negotiate a day to hire list. I mean, there's a lot of ramifications to that.
Gentlemen, and Alan Branches.
Wait, no, it's not time to go. It's not 4 o'clock. Why did you sit here and act like you're willing to represent us on a question?
These aren't questions.
Here's the question. No, this is a real question. This is a real question. Let's say you guys win. Let's say you guys win, and we vote for our USAPA delegates here in Phoenix, and our USAPA delegates refuse to negotiate with you guys. What happens when our guys refuse to negotiate, just like it was happening in Alabama? How's that going to work? How are we going to get a combined contract if USAPA wins, we vote them in, and then our side refuses to work on a new contract? How's that going to help Doug Parker? How's that going to help your case? How's that even going to work when we decide who our USAPA representatives are and our USAPA representatives refuse to work with you? How's that going to work? How's that going to be any different than Outlaw? How's that going to be any different than what you did when we do it? How? How's it going to be different? Explain to me how it's better. Explain to me anything. Shut up. Go.
Thank you. I guess if you choose not to participate,
which we won't,
then we'll have to carry on on our own.
And you'll have the exact same problems that we're stuck with right now with the ALPA, right?
No, we won't.
Oh, we won't? Why not?
Because there will be a single NEC.
A single NEC. So we don't even get to vote on our own representation is what you're telling us. No, we get outvoted by the East. So we don't get a vote.
There's always
vote for USAPA and you don't get a vote.
Let's say that all the America West guys decided not to pay dues. As of today, March, if I don't pay dues, I get burned out. I get fired. Sooner or later, I get fired. Would you think that Doug Parker will fire 1,800 pilots?
I can't speculate as to what.
No. What do you think? Just your opinion.
You think he'd just lay us all off?
No.
Hey, Troy. You don't think that's going to happen? So you think it's
no?
possible?
I didn't say. I answered his question. No, you wouldn't wake up tomorrow and have 1,800 because you'd be counterproductive. We've had our. I guess the answer is under Alpha, we've had our own pilots approach down a jetway with this very same class. Was it 1,800? No.
But you think if 1,800 guys decided not to pay dues for some, whatever, if 1,800 guys decided not to pay dues, would you think that would be a, how can I say, punishment from the company or from anyone on top of those? My point is, I'm not going to pay dues, and there's nothing you guys can do about it.
I'm not going to either.
No.
Realistically, I don't know.
I don't know if you guys reset your watches when you got here from the East Coast, but it's not 4 o'clock yet. So if you'd like to represent us, why don't you sit down and represent us? Why don't you tell us how you're going to do it?
We came out in good faith.
Stay in good faith. Stay in good faith. There's going to be guys showing up here in an hour wondering where the hell you're at. Stay in good faith for those guys.
And I personally told everybody because we've left our own meetings early because of flights and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've committed to hotels.
Right, but you already committed to 4 o'clock today.
We have.
Yeah.
We also said that we would answer questions about USAPA. And it's not about all the other stuff that I can't.
What about the guys that are going to show up at 2 o'clock? And the guys that are going to show up at 3 o'clock? And the guys that are going to show up at 3:30? What about those guys?
What about a closing statement? Tell me why I need to vote for you.
If you guys
going to walk out? How about like?
If you guys represent us, how come we didn't have an input on the seniority list?
Sorry, guys.
You're trying to impose on us.
It's not 4 o'clock yet.